Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Rocket Talk. We are going to be talking about everything rocket related. Well, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? Which is the way we like to keep it, because if it's not simple, it's not worth doing. It's the Team Rocket way. So, we are hosted by Team Rocket Arizona. What is Team Rocket Arizona? We are a costuming group based out of, you guessed it, Arizona, and we like to dress up as, you guessed it again, Team Rocket. And we've got tons of them. We've got them all the way from just lowly beginning grunts and training grunts all the way up to Mr. Giovanni himself, which if you attended Phoenix Comic-Con, you've seen. And you've probably seen him battling the Balrog. And if you haven't, go check out our websites. Our websites are facebook.com/TeamRocketAZ, all one word. And our brand new website is teamrocketaz.org, which it is looking beautiful. It was put up, like what, Tuesday? And already has had tons of hits. It's been a huge success, and I want to give a huge thank you to Gina, who is the mastermind behind that website. It has all of our up-to-date events. We have bios for all the different rockets, and even pictures. That way when you're at a convention and you're trying to play a game such as Hunt-A-Grunt, which we'll be talking about in a later episode, you'll be able to play it and actually hunt out specific ones. And on that note, let's go ahead and do introductions. I am Agent Snap. Behind the camera is Agent O. Say hello.
Hello.
And running around here, you'll probably see her pop up, is Agent Exclamation Point. Altogether, we are Oh Snap! Get it? It's funny. We are of the Voyeur Squad, based out of Tucson, Arizona. And a lot of the stuff that you're going to be seeing, be it photos, be it videos, anything else like that, is very likely going to be coming from one of our cameras. And Rocket Talk is going to be a regular podcast. This is something that we're going to be doing weekly. Going to be set up every Friday afternoon. Tonight is where we're going to be shooting for it. If anyone's ever uploaded anything to YouTube, you know that it's kind of temperamental and sometimes takes a heck of a lot longer than it really should for such a low yield video or whatnot. These will probably be in high def, and they will be quite detailed by the time we actually get this going. So that's going to be pretty exciting. I've even got 2 cameras going right now just to kind of show you the kind of things that we're going to be doing. We're going to have 3 or 4 cameras. We're going to have guests. It's not just going to be me sitting here as a talking head bouncing back and forth giving you all your news and your updates, but Agent O will be over here once we get a few more hands in. Right now she's operating the cameras, and we're going to have people that are integral to Team Rocket, such as Agent Patio. Boop. Pop a picture up here, who is the one who got me into it and is right now kind of our de facto leader. Speaking of leaders, I mentioned a Giovanni. I'm going to put a picture of our Giovanni right up here. And if you haven't seen that photo of us battling the Balrog, I'm going to put it right over here. In our future episodes, we're going to be talking about stuff such as what we're doing, where we're going, what kind of events we're hoping to run, or we're actually going to be running, what we want to do in the community. Hello! And different things such as how to make your own Team Rocket costume for very cheap, very easy. That's actually going to be our next episode. I'm going to start filming that very soon for you all, so it'll be out by next Friday. And we're going to take you from making the most simplest of grunt costumes, which is made up of just a t-shirt, a belt, and a hat, and then a black pair of pants. Stuff that almost everyone has laying around. All the way up to the elite uniforms that you'll see many walking around in, such as Comet's huge white boots and gloves and everything else like that. All the way up to the red stripe elites that you'll see Butch and Cassidy wearing, and even if you want to make a Giovanni costume, we might even outline that. And that is super easy. That's all in the mentality, being able to put on the correct facade to be Giovanni. Not many people have it. All the way up to different theories about making Team Magma and Team Aqua costumes, even though the rest of those teams suck and there's no real reason to even bother. You shouldn't really bother with those teams, because Team Rocket is the one you should choose. Team Rocket's the best team ever, because all Pokemon exist for the glory of Team Rocket, so it just makes sense. And we'll even go into ways to make your own customized Team Rocket costumes. That way you can kind of put a bit more personality into your costume, much in the way that Agent Patio has, or Agent Jazz. Sorry, wrong picture. Agent Jazz, or Agent Assault. They all have different themes to their names, and their costumes reflect their themes quite well. I feel, and that way, once you figure out what your Rocket persona is going to be, you can start to theme your costume accordingly. If you already have an idea in mind, that's perfect, because then you can already work from there. Everyone has a basic Team Rocket grunt costume, so if you already have one that you're making, perfect, and then you can just make a second one that has a bit more personality in it, which is awesome. We love a little bit of personality in our grunts. Moving on, let's see here, what else do we need to talk about? Hi, Pikachu. Yeah, that's right, we caught Pikachu. Okay, there's nothing special about the Pikachu that the twerp carries around. You can get a Pikachu pretty much anywhere. You just walk around in the tall grass for a little bit and, oh hey, look, a Pikachu! I mean, it's just right there in Viridian Forest. And bug catchers run across Pikachus quite often, and I don't really know what Jesse and James's problem is. Oh, and we'll talk about their costume too, and the theories behind, you know, the white costume, because it is canon, and even though when Butch and Cassidy first run into him, they do mention, oh, well, you've got the wrong costumes on. Well, there's been a lot of different theories as to why they wear the inverted costume, and the anime has brought up several different points as to why they wear the inverted costume, and we'll talk about those in episode 2 as well. So, on the docket today, besides that, we will be also filming in many different locations, not just here. You're not going to just see me on a blank wall, just stretched out at my house. We are going to be places, a bunch of different local places that either host Pokemon-related events, or convention-related events, or costuming-related events, or anything that we actually think is pretty cool, such as places like the Maker House or different card shops that are around Tucson are very readily accessible to us, so we're going to be doing those. We're also going to be hitting up places in Phoenix, such as Endgame and different locations that again host events that Rockets go to. They are quite fun, and if you ever get the chance to go to a Rocket hosted event, I highly, highly recommend it. There's always things going on. There's going to be games going on, prizes, raffles, contests, and, of course, Pokemon battles, because where would Team Rocket be without battling Pokemon? Because all Pokemon exist for the glory of Team Rocket, so we make sure that they work. And speaking of different events that Team Rocket will be going to, we've actually got a full upcoming events list on our website. If you haven't checked that out yet, you can pause me right here, I'll make a funny face, and you can open it up. Oh, I forgot to tell you where to get the link. The links will for everything that I'm talking about in all the different episodes will be in our comments, which should be below us. On to this giant list of events. The first event that we have coming up is actually coming up this Saturday, and it's going to be at Endgame. It's the Endgame Beta Test version 4. Endgame is a store that is actually starting to get up on its, actually get up and open, and it's definitely got the Rocket seal of approval. That is going to be from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Go ahead and, if for any more information, go ahead and check out our website. And after that is Comics It Up, which is an event here in Tucson that is hosted at the Maker House by Tucson Comic-Con. It's a primer of sorts that is held monthly to get people excited and ready for Tucson Comic-Con. It's got vendors, it's got gamers, it's got events, it's got panels, it's got everything that you need from a convention condensed into one little day, and at an amazing location, because Comics It Up is held at, again, Maker House, and they have so much tasty coffee that's made like right there in front of you. It blows any other coffee house out of the water. I'm not going to say any brand names because I'm worried about like backlash or whatnot, but you know who I'm talking about. After that, we have, a Rocket Talk filming at Comics It Up, July 19th. Yes, I will be filming an episode right then and there, so if you want to get in on it, come and see us. I'm thinking about doing some raffles, and so, some basic trivia for prizes. I've got tons and tons of rare Pokemon cards. I mean, there's an entire shelf just off camera full of old rare Pokemon cards that I'm sure people would love to have. They already do, and I give them out as prizes regularly, so if you'd like a chance to win one of Agent Snap's very own rare Pokemon, come on down to Comics It Up, and you can, challenge me to a bit of trivia. I have some questions already written out, and some easy, some hard, so that should be fun. After that, we have Team Rocket crashes Sabaton Con on the 29th of August. And while we're not actually running any panels or events or whatnot, we will be there in form, and we will be, oh look at that, filming a Rocket Talk at Sabaton. Again, giving trivia and, audience participation type of stuff. Should be fun. And then after that, the one that I've been waiting for really, needs to be here sooner, is November 8th, that is Tucson Comic-Con. It is November 8th and 9th down here in Tucson. It's going to be at the Tucson Convention Center, and I actually am a part of planning for that, and I love the behind the scenes stuff to see what it takes to get a convention moving, and it's astounding what everyone can actually put together to make this convention run like that. And we're going to have costume contests at Tucson Comic-Con. The space has doubled. If you attended last year, you know that we had quite a bit of space. Well, we've got even more space than we did last year. And there's going to be tons of costumers, and we will be there. We will have a booth. We will be near the rest of the cosplay groups, and we're going to be holding raffles and different, I think we're going to be auctioning off some stuff. We're going to be having contests. Everything right there at our booth. We're trying to raise a lot of money for the Children's Medical Center. So, you know, good cause, awesome stuff. Come on down and see us. We will, again, be filming a Rocket Talk, and it's going to be much bigger. We're going to actually be sitting there right at the booth, hoping for audience participation. If you're not going to be at Tucson Comic-Con and you still want to help out the worthy cause of raising money for the Children's Medical Center, I'm going to put something up on the website so that way you can find out different ways to help out, be it through donations directly to them or donations of items to us to raffle off or to auction off. We are really excited to be helping out the Children's Medical Center, and we're hoping to raise as much money as we possibly can and you know, kind of lighten up their day. Most people will actually probably recognize us from Phoenix Comic-Con. We were there, tons of us were there. I can't remember the exact numbers off the top of my head, but I know at one point our rocket train that was going through the crowd had at least 25 people in it, which is awesome. And we were collecting members left and right. There was people walking around with black t-shirts and red duct tape R's on their chest, which just kind of makes us super proud and super happy. And actually, on that note, if you want to join Team Rocket, guess what? That's all it takes is to want to join. You don't even need a full costume yet, because we're going to tell you how to make those. Just, you know, hit up our Facebook and say, hey, I want to join Team Rocket. Is there any way that, you know, I can join? Or is there anything that I can do to help? Or, hey, I want to throw in some old Pokemon stuff. Like, you know, haha, hey, this Pokedex right here is going to be in the auction. And yes, it is one of the old ones. And it does work. It is basically brand new. Just not in the packaging anymore, of course. I mean, I'm going to put that right up here to the microphone. You can hear it actually turn on. And you can see, look at that. Yeah. Nostalgia all over the place. So this is going to be pretty short, and it's probably, I'm sorry that I might be, you know, jumping around a little tiny bit. We've had to cut this a few times to, you know, make sure that it's working, because we are filming this right now in an apartment. And so there's a lot of noises and stuff going on around us. But we will be on location. It'll be much more smoother as it goes on, and we have more hands behind the camera. And I really do sincerely hope that you continue to tune in. Hit subscribe. This channel is actually Tau Photo AZ. It's Tau Photography based out of Tucson. It's one of our main sponsors for this. Actually, that's me. I am the one that's actually putting all this stuff together. And there's going to be regular stuff on there. If you check out the channel, you'll already see that there's a lot of different stuff already for Team Rocket on there. We made sure to film a lot of the events that were happening at Phoenix Comic-Con, and we will be recording a lot of the other events that we go at as well. Anything that you see me at, you can guarantee it's going to be recorded, and it's going to be put up for your viewing pleasure, and we're going to have a lot more people on location to record things in other formats for you to, you know, kind of participate even though you aren't able to make it, because even if you're not there, we still want you to feel like you're there, because we love you guys. And we wouldn't really be anywhere without you guys. And if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have the push or drive to actually put this together. So I really do hope that you like it and you keep coming back for more. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this first episode of Rocket Talk. This has just been a primer, so it's not very long, and I think most of the episodes are going to be cut pretty short, just so that way they're easy to upload to different social media sites. Again, this has just been a primer. Going up to episode 2, it will be making a rocket grunt. I talked about that a little bit earlier. I'm really excited to start filming that one as soon as I'm done here, and that's going to be up next week once we get everything, you know, polished and shined up. And then episode 3 is going to be live from Comics It Up July. If you are in Tucson or can make it down to Tucson readily, come on down, join us at Maker House. We are going to film it live. We're going to have audience participation during the filming. We are going to be doing trivia and whatnot. That should be a lot of fun, and I'm going to be giving out a lot of rare cards and different prizes that we've gotten from people around Tucson, and talk a lot more about what we're going to be doing at the Tucson Comic-Con. Episode 4 will then be Hunt a Grunt, which is going to talk about our game, Hunt a Grunt, that we play at conventions, and Q&A session number 1, because I know you've got questions, and guess what? We've got answers! And even if I don't know it, I know somebody who might know it, which is basically the rest of the team. We get a lot of questions quite often about, well, where'd you get your uniform? Where'd you put your uniform together? Who are you supposed to be? What's your agent name? Why do you all have different names? What's the rocket gauntlet? Ooh, another good question, which will be another episode later on. What's your favorite Pokemon? Why are you guys doing this? Or in Ash's case, why do you guys keep trying to steal my Pikachu? And then episode 5 is going to be the fan art spotlight number 1. Because there is so much fan art out there that makes us so happy that we're going to share it with you. And what's really cool is a lot of the fan art that makes me squee the most is actually done by people that are, a part of Team Rocket. They're actually Team Rocket grunts, and they do art so well that it makes me want to put my art pad away. And we have tons of them already outlined. This is going to be weekly, and you can hold me to that, because if I don't get it out weekly, I guess I'll just have Giovanni cut my pay, because apparently we get paid. I haven't actually seen it, but I'm kidding. We don't get paid. We're also, later on down the line, we're going to feature a lot of different guests, people that are integral in the cosplay kind of hierarchy or community that happens at a lot of the conventions around the southern area, and kind of their take on costuming and conventions, what it means to them, why do they still do it, why do they spend so much time poking their fingers with needles when all they do is end up coming home and then being tired. It's the love of the thing, and we're going to have them on here to feature them to kind of, share with everyone else the love that they show. And we're also going to have on some filmmakers that are wanting to make a behind the scenes, much like that Cosplay Heroes show, but much less controversy surrounding it, and following regular people as they do their costumes and going up. And I'm super excited for that. He's been talking about that for a while, and I'm glad to see that going and getting up off the ground. And we're going to do things like grunt spotlights, because we have a lot of grunts, and a lot of our grunts have names, and a lot of those names have personalities, and a lot of those personalities are so amazing that we're going to share them with you. Because I'm not the only one. I mean, Agent Snap, whatever. I'm behind the camera. It's the people that I take photos of that you're going to see up all over the place. Those are the grunts, and those guys are awesome. We're going to talk about the Rocket Gauntlet later on. We're also going to be doing a recording live from Sabo. I mentioned that earlier. That should be pretty fun. Con is based out of Glendale, so if you're not in Tucson but instead in the Phoenix area, well, there you go. That's a good excuse to jump in, get in on the filming, get in the audience participation, win some stuff. It should be pretty neat. And with that, that's going to be the end of it. This is Agent Snap signing out. We love you guys. A big thank you to taophotoaz.com, which is Tao Photography based out of Tucson. And a huge shout out to Gina. All the love in the world from all the Rockets. The website is amazing, and I'm super happy that you came on board to help us out with that and get that running. And big shout out to Agent Patio, because you got me into this. You guys already had it all laid out for me. I'm really happy to be a part of it. And I'm going to leave you with this awesome audio of them singing the Pokemon theme song. Good night!
Can I get participation on that so we can get a chorus to do it?
Everybody wants to be a master. Everybody wants to show their skills. Everybody wants to get the faster, make their way to the top of the hill. Each time you try, gonna get just a little bit better. Each step you climb, one more step up the ladder. It's a whole new world we live in. It's a whole new way to see. It's a whole new place with a brand new attitude, but you still gotta catch 'em all. Be the best that you can be.